In this video, we're going to use Minitab 19 to construct a confidence interval for a mean. We're going to do this homework problem as an example. It says, you are given the sample mean and the population standard deviation. Use this information to construct the 90% and 95% confidence intervals for the population mean. Use technology to construct the confidence intervals. We're going to use Minitab, of course. A random sample of 40 home theater systems has a mean price of $127. Assume the population standard deviation is $17.10. So we have our mean price here of $127. We have a random sample of 40 home theater systems, and we have the population standard deviation of $17.10. That word population is an extremely important word because when we're dealing with confidence intervals, we need to know if we have the population standard deviation, or sigma, or if we're using a standard deviation that comes from a sample. So if we have the population standard deviation, then we use Z in Minitab. If we have a sample standard deviation, then we use T. So what I'm going to do is go to Stat, Basic Statistics, and then down here I see the options for one sample Z and one sample T. Since I have population standard deviation, I'm going to use one sample Z. Then I need to switch this drop-down menu to Summarize Data. I enter my values for sample size, sample mean, and the known or population standard deviation. So going back to my problem, my sample size was 40 and my mean was 127. My standard deviation was $17.10. So I'm going to enter those values. Then I'm going to click on Options. Under Options, I have the ability to change the confidence level. It's automatically set at 95. For the first question, I want the 90% confidence interval. So I would change this to 90. Click OK, and then click OK again. Here's my answer. So it's going to come up in a box. The confidence interval will be in a set of parentheses. For this problem, the confidence interval is $122.55 to $131.45. So that's what I would type in these two boxes for the answer. Of course, you need to make sure that you're rounding the way that MyLab wants you to round. So what this is telling me is that I am 90% confident that if I were to take all of the home theater systems sold, I would find that the average would be between $122.55 and $131.45. Now, there's a 10% chance that it's not between those numbers, but 90% chance that it is in that range.